certainly for young players, that's a guy that they should be watching night in and night out, see where his stick is, see him knock pucks out of the air.
He's a special player, and he's someone that really drives our team from the back end.
I mean, it's hockey, but it's just the game.
Seeing it, Fowler will find it. The play up for Nason. Nason can't get it around Slavin. What a play by Jaccob Slavin. Slavin goes short side. He scores! Roll the highlight reel! What a playoff goal! Jaccob Slavin!
I think we need more eggs.
One goes back to the point to Slavin, and they score! Jaccob Slavin through a score!
We're gonna go 1 fillet and 2 ribeyes.
Do you want the meat separate?
No, that's okay. How you doing? I know I don't have the kids with me today. I brought a camera crew this time. She loves it. She loves school so much.
See you later.
All right, bye-bye. My name's Jaccob Slavin. I play hockey for the Carolina Hurricanes, defenseman, going into my 11th year now. Born and raised in Erie, Colorado. Been out in Carolina for the past 10 years. Been married for 10 years. Got a wife, her name's Kylie. Got 2 kids, Emerson and Charlie. Emerson is 6 and Charlie is 3. Been a Christian my whole life, raised in a Christian family, and then moved away when I was 17 to Chicago to play junior hockey, and that's really where my faith became my own. Really had to figure out what a personal relationship with Jesus looked like at that moment instead of relying on my parents' faith. A year later, I met Kylie, and she was the first Christian girl I ever dated, and so she really challenged me in my faith. From 2015 till now, God has really just grown me in a lot of different ways. Being away from my family, being with my wife, and just the community we've built here in Raleigh, God's really grown us a lot in our faith over these past 10 years. You just see God's faithfulness through it all. You look at my life, and from a worldview, I have money, I have house, I have family, I got a beautiful wife, I have fame. You would say, oh man, that guy's made it. Like he's good to go. But I look at all those things and I'm like, yes, the kindness of the Lord, the faithfulness of the Lord. Without those things, I still have Jesus, and so I'm content. But those things don't bring me the joy that Jesus does. God's been so faithful, and He's been so kind to sustain me through these past 10 years of professional hockey, and with all the temptations that come, with all the challenges that come, with all the pride that wants to swell up. If it weren't for Him, again, I don't know where I would be, or I don't know the type of person I would be right now. God calls us to steward our time, our talents, and our treasure, and what that looks like in a day-to-day life, and what that looks like in the realm of being a professional athlete. There's a lot that goes into it. For us, especially as a family, it's not just me being a good steward of it, it's my family being a good steward of it. And so you look at our time, and as an NHL player, during the season is very busy. During the off season, not so much. What are we going to do with our time? How are we going to be managing it well? And are we going to prioritize going to church? Are we going to prioritize serving places and everything? And so that's one of the biggest things, because during the year our time is so overwhelmed with hockey that during the summer it's very easy to want to be selfish with our time and want to be able to just do things for us that we don't get to do during the season. But being a good steward of the talents, yes, on the ice, doing everything I can to glorify God. And I think being a good steward of the talents is making sure you're putting in the work to be able to use your abilities with the purpose of glorifying God. I think when I think about talents off the ice, it is the platform that God's given me to be able to, whether it's to speak, whether it's at hockey camps, or whether it's at church, or whether it's to youth groups, or whether it's to be involved in a nonprofit in the area. Being able to use the platform to get other people to join the Lord's work, I think has a big impact, just because of the platform He's given me. You have to put yourselves in the situations to do that when the Lord opens the doors. My wife is a better public speaker than I am, and so even through my platform, she's had opportunities to go and use the talent God has given her and the story that God has given her. As far as stewardship of money and the treasure, right, I think that's the hardest one, because that's the one we want to grab onto so tightly. you don't want to let go of it because you feel like it's your money. You've worked hard for it. You've done the work to do it all. You got to save up for retirement. You got to do this and that with it. But what God calls us to is to surrender control to Him, open up our hands and surrender control to the things that He's given us, because at the end of the day, it's all His. Everything we have, our house, our cars, our money, our kids even, like, it is our job, it's all His. And so what are we going to do with all of it to steward it well? And for us, God's continuing to grow us on that journey of what it looks like to steward those things well. Obviously, living a generous life I think is a big part of it for us, and whether that's financially or whether that's hospitality, I think there's multiple ways that you can live a generous life that all, I feel like, falls under the umbrella of stewarding your treasure well. For us, it's continuing to look different year in and year out as God grows us in it, but it's with that heart of just being sacrificial with our giving. And one of my friends out here in North Carolina, he's always said that generosity encourages generosity. So when other people see you being generous, it tends to encourage them to be generous. The one verse that I continue to come back to is Galatians 1:10, and it says, "For am I now seeking the approval of man or of Christ, or am I trying to please man? If I were still trying to please man, I would not be a servant of Christ." It reminds me of my purpose. It reminds me my purpose is not in impressing man, is not in impressing coaches, players, management, fans, friends, whatever it is. I'm not doing anything that I do to impress them. Our purpose is to be a servant of Christ. And so what does that look like? To love God, love people, to glorify Him in all things. We were created to worship Him in all aspects of my life, on and off the ice. That's the most impactful verse for me, and a verse that God showed to me and continues to remind me of why I do what I do. And it's just to serve Christ faithfully.